اينشتاين بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسة ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومة وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا من الدروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول أكاديمي. Simply learn different.
Hello dear first preparatory students, hope you are all doing well. Let's see the next video in Unit 2, which is Unit 2, Lesson 2 and 3. So here we have in our agenda for today that you are going to be able to read a paragraph about your typical day and daily life. The next thing that you are going to do or be able to do is to write sentences using adverbs of frequency. So this is the completion of the present simple tense. The third thing that you are going to be super imperfect in it is to practice using the possessive S. Let's get to start our session. Okay. What are the key vocabulary words that we are going to meet throughout the whole session? We have here the word daily life. Daily life. So please repeat after me. We have the word busy. Busy means not free, doing a lot of things. We have the word far away. And we have the word lesson, library. We have the word school hall. We have the word bell. Okay, actually it's in the school between the sessions. And we have the word typical day, typical day. And playground, it's a lovable word for you. And we have the final word, which is road, road. Okay, your tools beside you. I just want you to get your pencils, colorful pens, sticky notes, معاصر book, mobile, dictionary if you want, your laptop, tablet, or anything that you are going to use beside you. Be ready. Here we go to the question that's related to you that I'd like to start my session with, to know more about you, to feel you more, and to get information about you. So here I'm asking you, what do you do in your typical day? What's your daily life like? So just please tell me in the comments the answer of the question, but think very well of the answers. Don't say things that you are not doing in real, okay? Just waiting for your answers. Take your time and write for me, okay? Yes, I'm hearing some of you saying this, what's mentioned in the comic, but I'll help you to do this. So here are some daily routines or activities that you may do during the whole day of your life. I just want you to put them in order. So it's much easier than thinking from scratch what are you going to say. So here are the daily routine activities. I just want you to order them. Okay, for example, we have here the word get up or to wake up, and then we have go to work, we have watch TV. They are not ordered, so please just put them in order. Take your time and I will display for you the answer, okay? Okay, great. So the comic is changed now, I know. It's something beautiful to see the exercise or the activity much easier. Here is the correct order or the most common order that everyone have to do throughout his or her day. Okay, so the sequence quickly, I'm not going to mention them all. You wake up and then you get up. Get up means to stand up or to rise, okay, from a certain place. And then you take a shower and then you comb your hair. So in order, it's the logic order. You can say go to work and then wake up, okay? You're not going to work in dreams, of course, you know? Okay, after helping you, I just want you to scan this QR code or go down to the link, go and do this activity and return back to me very quickly, please. It's something about your daily life as well, waiting for you. Okay, super students, I'm sure that you got the idea after helping you and giving you the aid. Let's start the next thing and next part in the session. Okay, here we have the vocabulary of the lesson, and the lesson actually is talking about daily life activities and what the student can have or do throughout one typical day. Typical, by the way, means something traditional, means something much like routine, okay? So the first word in the vocabulary here that you can see, library. And library, of course, is a place that you can read or borrow books to read and then return them back. What's next? Again, the vocabulary, we are going through it. So here we have the word which we say in the key vocabulary, school hall. School hall. It's a wide area or a large room in school where teachers, students, everyone works at school can meet together. Again, it's called a school hall. Okay, what's next? Okay, here is the word busy and road. Of course, the word busy is repeated so many times in our unit, but busy road, as you can see, it's much disturbing thing or things that make us nervous. So busy here means crowded, okay? Having a lot of traffic, okay? What's next? Okay. Here we have the reading lesson itself, but instead of reading it to you this time, I just want you to be powerful and perfect in reading, so I'll give you just seconds. I will read with you actually, but silently, because I just want you to do such activity. So read this passage silently. I'm with you, I'm not going to leave you, and then return back to me to answer the questions related to this. Okay, great, super students. I know that you read it and you got much information related to this passage. So now pause the video, go and scan this QR code or go down to the link to do this activity and come back to me very quickly. Just waiting for you. Okay, super students, and as this old man telling you, Azim, Azim, yes, you did it well. So let's see what's next. Oh, here we come to the grammar part of our session, and I chose The Simpsons. You know them? This is my favorite cartoon for the last period of time. I chose those characters to explain my grammar session using them. What's our grammar session? The grammar session of today is the adverbs of frequency. Simply, the word adverbs of frequency means the words that you can use to say when exactly the verb takes place or happens. Again, adverb of frequency means when exactly the verb happens or takes place. What are these adverbs of frequency? Let's see with The Simpsons. So here are in front of you the adverbs of frequency. I just put them as a thermometer that measures the frequency. And frequency means the repetition. How often do you do a certain verb or action repeatedly or frequently? So here the most frequent word or adverb of frequency is always, and then comes next usually. We go descendingly, okay? And then often, and then sometimes, and the zero frequency, as you can see, is never. So again, what does that mean? You can just imagine an example that the week has 7 days. So if you do something throughout the whole 7 days in the 7 days, so what is the suitable adverb of frequency here? Of course, always. And then 6 is going to be usually, and so on till never. It's zero frequency. Much more explanation and emphasizing for this comes in the next screen. Let's see it together. Okay, here we have Margie Simpson. She is doing a certain activity throughout the whole month, as you can see in the calendar. So the month has 31 days, and this woman does the activity the 31 days in the 31 days. So here she says, I always read a book. Okay, the highest frequency adverb is always. So here I always read a book. What's next? Okay, so here we have such man playing the instrument some days of the 31 days. So we have the month of 31 days, but he doesn't play such instrument all the days of the month. And so on. You can see that the days comes less than the first one in the calendar, so the activity is not done in the frequent way of always. Here we have the word often. I often ride my bike, but just look at the calendar, not all the days of the month. So often is less frequent than usually and always. Here is never. I never do something means I don't do it at all. Zero frequency. So this Simpson never eats vegetables. So the vegetables are running after him just to catch him and let him eat them, okay? Don't do like this Simpson. This Simpson is a bad one. Okay, let's go to another part. Here is the form or the rule, the grammatical rule that tells us what to use and where do we put the adverb of frequency in a sentence. So as you can see in the screen here, we have to put the adverb of frequency before the main verb. Before the main verb, just remember this very well. But if we have the verb to be, just put the adverb of frequency after it. So it comes after the subject, I, he, she, and it. Just put the adverb of frequency and then the main verb, okay? The first example says, I always get up at 7 o'clock, for example. So I always get, the verb here is get up, and we put always before it. You got the idea? And so on. Just look at the table that summarizes the whole rule for you. Super perfect for getting the rule in a perfect way. Let's see what's next. Okay, just take a deep breath, and you can pause the video, by the way, and go to drink something and come to me very quickly. We have a lot of things to do today.
ولأن شرب المية بيساعد على التركيز، دوس بوز وروح اشرب مية وتعال بسرعة، ما تتأخرش.
Hey, welcome back after getting from the break or the rest that you got, and after getting super powerful in answering exercises and questions related to the adverbs of frequency. So please just pause the video again, but this time not to play or to drink, just to scan the QR code or go down to the link, answer such exercise, and come to me very quickly. I'm just waiting for you here. Don't be late. Okay, guys? There's anyone there? Excellent. What about the exercise? Was it enjoyable for you? You did it well? You got the idea of the adverbs of frequency? Just tell me in the comments if there are any other difficulty that met you. Okay, here we come to the next part of the grammar session of today, which is possessive adjectives with the Simpsons. Also, the Simpsons are helping me in explaining my grammar session for you today. Let's see what are the possessive adjectives. As you can see from the picture, his, her, my, your, our, its. So these are the possessive adjectives. Let's practice more in the examples related to the Simpsons to see the meaning or what we can get from this grammar lesson. Okay, as you can see here is Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson. He's one of the Simpsons. I know that you may know him. He's talking about his family members. He's describing the family members using the possessive adjectives. So here he says, Marge and Homer. Marge and Homer are my parents. And then in the next sentence he says, Maggie and Lisa are my sisters. Lisa and Maggie are my sisters. He's talking about himself. And the third one, this is my family. So when the subject pronoun is I'm just talking about myself, the possessive adjective is going to be my, okay? What's next? Let's meet the other Simpson member. Okay, here is Homer Simpson, the grandpa. You know him? Just check the YouTube or any other site to watch the film of the Simpsons. You're going to enjoy it very well. So here is Homer Simpson. He says that Bart, Lisa, and Maggie are his children. Yeah, great. Bart, Maggie, and Lisa are his children. So the subject here is he, and the possessive adjective is going to be his. Pay attention for this. The next sentence says, Maggie is his baby daughter. Maggie is his baby daughter. And then the third one, Lisa is his daughter. She's not a baby, by the way. And then, Margie is his wife. Margie is his wife. And then Bart is his son. Bart is his son. So again, if the subject pronoun is he, what possessive adjective is going to be much suitable? Great, his. What's next? Okay, the next screen here for a woman or a girl. So what's going to be the most appropriate or suitable possessive adjective with she, her? Let's see the examples. Here is Marge Simpson. She says, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie are her children. And then Bart is her son. Homer is her husband. So when the subject is she, the possessive adjective is her. Let's see what's next. Lisa here is talking. This is Lisa Simpson. She says Homer and Marge are her parents. Bart is her brother. Maggie is her sister. You got the idea now? Let's see what's next. Here we get to know the other heroes or characters in the Simpson cartoon. So here we have Santa's Little Helper. This is Santa's Little Helper, and it's an animal. So for animal, the subject pronoun is it, and the possessive adjective, of course, is its. Here is the sentences says this is its house. This is its house because the subject here is an animal. And the next one is Snowball, Snowball, and this is its food. Snowball is the cat in the cartoon story or film. This is its food because also it's an animal. You got the possessive adjective idea? Okay, great, super students. Okay, when it comes to the plural and the possessive adjective is related to the subject pronoun they, so we use their. So there is for they, the plural, okay? Here we say, these are their pets. These are their pets. These are the Simpsons, the whole members of the family. This is their car. Their car, so the car belongs to the whole members of the Simpsons family. They are plural, they're not only one, so we use their. Okay? Okay, what's next? When we talk about ourselves, but we are also plural. So the subject pronoun here is we. For we use the possessive adjective our. For we use the possessive adjective our. I just want you to read the examples with me. We are Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. We are Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. They are the children. So they say here, these are our parents. You know their parents? Margie and Homer, okay? Here is Margie and Homer. They say, Lisa, Bart, and Maggie are our children. Great, super, okay. There is something that we took in Unit 1, if you remember, related also to the possession and the possessive rules, which is the apostrophe S. So I've just give you a quick reminder for it that with singular nouns, we just put the apostrophe before the S. For example, the boy's book, Vicky's bedroom, Nihal's book. Okay, so put apostrophe and then S for singular nouns. What about the plural nouns? Plural nouns contain S already. So you just put the apostrophe and that's it. But there are some plural nouns that are irregular, like children. What can we do there in this case? We put apostrophe S just as the singular nouns. Okay, so there are 3 cases for the possessive S. Okay? Okay. Here we want to ask questions about the possessive words, or we want to answer the questions with apostrophe S or possessive adjectives. So what's the most suitable question word that we are going to use? Yeah, great. As you can see in the screen, whose. Whose. I know that some of you get confused between the word who, whose, and who is. There is a big, great difference between them. But just remember that whose in front of you on the screen is used for possessive questions. It's a question word that you are asking about whose thing is this, whose pencil is this, and the answer should start with its. Even if you are asking about a lot of things. For example, just to imagine the teacher enters the classroom and she's asking, whose books are these? So she's asking about many things, okay? Here you can answer with, they are ours, they are our books. So we answer the questions of whose using possessive adjectives. You see the idea? Okay, so here the question on the screen in front of us, whose is this? It's Jill's. It's Jill's. Because the question starts with whose, so we put the apostrophe S. Let's see another question. Okay, whose is this? Whose is this? They are asking about the eraser or the rubber. And the eraser or the rubber is of 2 persons. It's for Sam and Rose. So let's see what's the answer gonna be. You will start with it's Sam and Rose's. It's Sam and Roses, okay? See the difference here in putting the apostrophe S. Okay, here I just want to make sure that you got the idea of whose. So please pause the video, go down to the link or just scan the QR code. Go and practice more on such idea and come back very quickly for me because I'm waiting for you. Hey, welcome back, super students. You did it very well, but tell me, what was it like? Is it difficult or easy? But I just checked the scores on this side and I found it super nice. Here we have another thing to do, so let's do this. Just you can have a breath and pause the video again. Scan this QR code and come back to me very quickly. Okay, here we come to the summing up of our video and our lesson. Here is the mind map that memorizes with what we've taken during the whole session. The first thing we talked about, if you remember, the daily life or daily routine for the typical day. And you told me about your daily life perfectly. We organized the activities and we read also the reading lesson that talks about this. Also, we go to the grammar part with the Simpsons and it was the adverbs of frequency. And these are the words that shows when the verb takes place or happen from the highest frequency to the lowest frequency, starting from always to never, if you remember. The last thing we talked about in this session was the possessive adjectives. And also we handled and discussed it with the Simpsons. So we have his, her, it, and so, if you remember. And we have the apostrophe S. And then we go to the question started with whose. Okay, here we come to the moral and ethical value of the session. Are you ready for it? Just be ready, leave everything and pay attention with me. Our moral value or ethical value for today is going to be about daily routine, because we talked about daily routine. But I find it something so strange that I discussed all this about daily routine and I'm not going to mention prayers. It's a major part of everyone's daily routine. And if it's not, it should be. Almost it must be. It's an essential. It's something more than very important, if you know. Prayers or to pray means to meet Allah. For Islam, you meet Allah 5 times a day. You meet Allah 5 times a day. So Allah is waiting for you, is waiting for such meeting. Don't pass your day or don't do the daily routine activities without praying. Praying is a very important part. Let's see more evidences about what I'm saying now. Here are some Quranic verses and wise sayings and prophet sayings. So slowly just concentrate in the idea and read them with each other. Okay, here on the screen we have some photos of children praying. And by the way, these are the Islamic prayers. We have a Quranic verse in front of us on the screen which says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا صدق الله العظيم. This emphasizes not only the importance of praying, the importance of being on time. So don't gather up all the prayers together and pray the 5 prayers at the evening or in the evening or at night. No, you must pray every one on time, at the proper time. Please don't miss such thing, promise me. Because here is a wise saying that says, أقم صلاتك تنعم بحياتك. And actually it's very true. Just try to be punctual and don't leave any prayer and see what's the difference in your life. See the happiness that you are going to have in your life. Because prayers are the treasure of your life, here in life and hereafter. Hereafter, by the way, means al-akhirah. Okay? So everything is good with praying. Everything's good with meeting Allah, as I told you. So don't miss this, please, and promise me that you are doing schedules or do it whatever you like, but just be punctual and don't leave any prayer. Okay, here is the homework part, and it's also from your daily life. It's not something separated. So just make sure that next time you are doing this homework, which is the workbook page 80 and 81 and Muasir book page 90, promise me to do it, and I'm going to follow, by the way, in the Zoom session and write a report to your parents. Okay, what's next? For the next session, I just want you to be prepared and search for the following words. I have the word culture. It's important for the second session. Search for it. Cycle as a verb. And canoe. What's this? I don't know. Just search and I'll tell you the next time. And snowmobile. These are the words that are going to be very important in the next session. Here we come to the end of this video. Hope you promise me to do all what I'm asked you to do. And do very well till we meet next session, inshallah. Keep and stay safe and goodbye.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.